Let's talk a little bit about pets. Specifically, if you are about to rent a house or an apartment and you have pets and you're wondering, will my application be accepted? Well, a big part of considering that obviously is considering who you might be renting from. And landlords fall into all different types of categories in regards to how they feel about pets. Let's look at the extremes first. You'll have some landlords, some property management companies who just say no pets at all, don't even ask, we don't do that. On the other end of the spectrum, you may have a landlord who, as long as you have a pulse and the money for the deposit, you are in that apartment or house, almost no questions asked, and the pet thing just doesn't even come up. This is most often a private owner, someone who maybe doesn't have many properties, someone who is very dependent on that income, and if you look around enough, you'll probably find someone like that. Between those two extremes, there are lots of different increments, and what you'll find most often will be people who are willing to rent to you under certain conditions if you have a pet. What are those conditions? Well, maybe an additional pet deposit for security, maybe an increased monthly rental amount. What's going to carry a whole lot of weight is going to be you as a tenant, you as an individual or you as a couple, your credit, your rental references. The idea can become that if you have proven yourself to be responsible and reliable with your credit, with previous leases, a lot of property management companies and landlords will think, well, this person has proven themselves to be responsible. They've got a very high credit score. And usually accompanying a high credit score is someone who is going to take care of not only their credit, but the place in which they live. If you have a great rental reference and people say, yes, they've had pets, and yes, they kept the place up beautifully, that'll carry a lot of weight. So there's certain parameters that sometimes property management companies will use in regards to pets. Let's say that they will allow pets for responsible tenants, people with good credit. They'll still have limits, maybe no more than one pet, maybe no more than two. If it's a dog, maybe no more than 40 pounds. Sometimes you'll see certain breeds that are harder to rent a house if you have a certain type of breed of a dog, especially if that dog has a reputation, real or imagined, for not being good in a home. So there are a lot of variables. The primary concern for you, if you're concerned about being able to have a wide selection for you, your family, your pets, the primary concern is just to make sure your credit is good, make sure you've proven yourself responsible, you have some great rental references, and the chances of someone renting to you will certainly go way up. Have a great week.